Well, I'll wait till she gets home. Did you see how easy that was? So remember back last year, come back, remember how long and how cold it was standing outside when it was snowing, and you're standing there and you're like, I'll just have to use my credit card because I didn't put the snow stuff in the car. And you're chipping the little spot, and then you're pretending that this much visual space is okay, and it will eventually defrost, or you sit in the car forever. If you invest in this, you don't have to do any of it. And out of all the colors, Scott Hine, we have 2 remaining.
That's it. I think, well, because everyone has started to realize that Mother Nature sometimes isn't a very good mother. And I think we're about to see that here on the East Coast. I mean, who needs a white Christmas when you get a white Thanksgiving? But here's what I have for you to solve that problem. It's the FrostGuard. And what this does, quite simply, is makes a 30-second solution out of a 30-minute problem. Because no one wants to be out in the morning at 6:15 in the morning at 17 degrees, scraping, chipping, swearing, and all those other things. When you have a FrostGuard, you walk out, you peel it off in 30 seconds, your car and your windshield's ready to go when you're ready to go. Super easy, super obvious. Yep.
It's super easy, just like the humidifier. It's super easy, so you will use it. You will keep it in the car. It covers up your windshield wipers, so you're not, I never did this, but people here do that. I see it all the time.
In the Northeast, it's big. No, you're fine, please do.
But they do this. But all that means is now everything has turned your windshield wiper into this huge icicle that you have to carefully knock off, or you're going to ruin your windshield wiper.
Well, and that's the thing is how many of you have done this, right? You sit this vertically, then you snap it down. Well, you just broke the blade. And guess what happens? In April, when you go to... No, absolutely not, because we have a FrostGuard. Didn't hurt it. But here's the thing. You go to turn on your windshield wipers in April, it smears the rain around, you can't figure out why that happened. It's because your blades froze up in the winter and you cracked it. But when you have a FrostGuard, see how this flap here goes down over the windshield wiper? You're never gonna have that problem again. And like I said, your wipers, your windshield, and your car are ready to go when you're ready to go.
All right, you made it really easy for us. This red, by the way, which I love, because I told Scott, I initially, last year, I bought the black. But I went back and bought myself the red. You know why? Because I want to be able to find my car. Because when there's snow on everybody else's car, and you know, do you ever notice that everybody else has the same kind of car as you sometimes? Now you'll be able to find yours easily. So red, we have standard, and we have extra long or large, which I'll let Scott explain. And then we have a really cool leopard. I mean, talk about girly girl. That leopard is awesome. They come with a sleeve, sort of like an umbrella cover. So you know, if you're someone who keeps your car really nice and neat, you can go ahead and put them back in here.
Oh, and real quick, we've heard from our customers too, is that some people were concerned, like, hey, if there's snow on this or if it's a little bit damp, I don't want to put it back in my car. Yes, you do. You've got a waterproof sleeve. You can put it in, put it right back in your car, and it's good to go for next time.
And absolutely.
Now, you and I were talking earlier, you know, obviously we've been beyond appreciative for all of you who've dialed in and ordered so many of these.
725,000 of these practically in one day.
Yeah, and we understand that we're getting sort of down there in colors. But with that in mind, I can assure you, as someone who used this 15 to 20 times last year, you don't care what color this is at 6:15 in the morning, okay? You just care that you're pulling it off your car, and that's what it'll do for you. And I can actually prove it by showing you what we have here. What I have is a windshield, okay? And that is covered with a piece of construction paper, all right? What I want to show you is how the FrostGuard works. This is, first of all, at all things, 600D polyester. Think of military-grade tent material that's not going to tatter, not going to fray, but then also look here. This shiny part here is a PVC lining. It's going to keep the elements out, the wind, the rain, the snow, the slush, whatever it might be. And like I said, I'll prove it. We'll cover up this windshield. I'm going to put a similar piece of construction paper here.
Just regular construction paper that you're going to make your hand turkey out of. All right.
Now here's what we do. We're going to put some snow on top of that. And then, for good measure, I'll put some water on top of that.
Yes, because it's going to start with rain.
That's exactly right.
And then it's going to snow on Wednesday.
And I want you to notice two things. First, see, thank you for moving that, but that's a good point. See how this water is running off of the FrostGuard? It's exactly what you want to see. It beads up and then runs off, so that means it's not absorbing in, and it's certainly not getting to your windshield. So see how that runs off of there? But now, most importantly, what I want you to see is this piece of construction paper. See how it got wet and discolored? So if even one drop of the snow or the water, the ice or the rain or the slush got through, you would see it bone dry. And the funny thing is, Pat, This is literally the exact same piece of paper we've been using since the Today's Special Value Day, which was on October 25th. It's probably been about 120 times that I've done this demonstration, still not a drop of water.
All right, help me with sizing on this. Who
Sure.
needs the standard and who needs the extra large?
A large majority of you will take standard, okay? Yes, on the car we have here on set, it's a Jeep Grand Cherokee. I drive a Buick Enclave. They are both still standards. It's only if you have the biggest of the big, the Ford F-150s, the Cadillac Escalades, the Tahoes, those are the ones that'll take XL. It is really important that you get the size that fits because the proper fit is the proper function. Please don't go and think bigger is better. It's not.
Okay. And if you get it home and you go, oh, it doesn't quite go all the way to the end, that's okay. It's supposed to be taught so that the wind doesn't get underneath this. We gave this a good workout last year, didn't we?
Oh.
Through one of the worst winters. And although we did a lot of shoveling, we never had to be chipping the ice or snow off of our car because we all had these last year, and we hope that you'll pick them up. They're under $25. We could do build to ship to. Remember, it comes in a sleeve for you, so it's ready to go. Molly is with us. Molly, good morning. You're on the air with Pat and Scott. Welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning, Molly.
Hey, Molly.
So I got this as the Today's Special Value a few weeks ago,
Oh, thank you.
Excellent.
and I used it for the first time yesterday because here in the Chicago area, weather was just horrible. It was icy and snowy. And I was a little worried at how difficult maybe this may be to put together with it being so windy. I just put it right on my windshield, and it worked beautifully all day long while I was at work. My windshield was beautiful when I got out, and everyone else had to shovel and scrape around their car. It was a lifesaver.
Molly,
Awesome.
was it worth
Awesome.
$25?
Absolutely. I actually bought 2 other ones for family members for Christmas presents,
Excellent.
and I think they're going to absolutely love them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, Molly, I think
Definitely
the
worth the
only
money.
thing you have to be prepared for, Molly, is a phone call around 6:40 in the morning one day, because the very first time you save somebody that chipping and scraping that early, your phone might ring. Don't get scared. It's just them calling to thank you.
Very true. Very
That's
true.
awesome. Awesome. Molly, we're so glad that we had this. And then in the off season, I never put mine back in here, but that's just me. In the off season, though, you can roll it up and put it here so it stays neat in your car. Good.
Perfect. Yeah, good idea.
All right. Well, have a wonderful Thanksgiving. We thank you so much, Molly.
Thank you. Have a good rest of your day.
Thanks.
Thank you,
Stay warm,
too.
Molly.
Bye,
Thank you so
Molly.
much. You know-
1 month to Christmas. What are you going to buy? Anybody who has a car, anyone who drives,
Yeah.
and everybody, if you
That's
want to
it.
put it that way. And that's what Molly was talking about, Scott, how simple it was for her to put it on despite the fact that it was snowing, sleeting, really windy there. It stayed on her car throughout the day. She didn't have to chip ice off of her windshield. There, you just put it over one rearview mirror, walk it around to the other side, hook it on the other one, and you're done. You are done. Under $25. Both sizes in the red and then the leopard. Oh, Nancy, my hair's having a bad hair day. I should have come over your way.
You definitely need to come over because you won't have a bad hair day with the Perfector. This is Maria McCool. She's going to come up with me. We have a hot pick coming up on the day, and it is the Perfector.